Alright, pause whatever you're doing because what I'm about to tell you might make you look at the ground completely differently. You've walked over them 1,000 times, stepped on them, sprayed them, probably cursed them once or twice. But ants, they're not just bugs, they're an empire. Yeah, an empire. With queens, armies, cities, wars, and no central government. No leader, no talking. Just instinct and purpose. Let's rewind time. Over 100 million years ago, ants show up. Before birds, before flowers. Before us, they watched the dinosaurs rise and fall. And while everything else changed, ants just stayed. Fast forward to today. There are an estimated 20 quadrillion ants alive right now. That's 2.5 million ants for every single person on Earth. Let that sink in, and collectively, they outweigh all the wild birds and mammals combined. You know what's even crazier? Most of them live in complete silence just a few inches below your feet. What we call a nest, they call a kingdom. Massive underground colonies, layered chambers, ventilation systems, food storage, brood nurseries, even waste zones. Yeah, they have trash rooms. One super colony in Europe spans over 6,000 kilometers, millions of queens, billions of workers, all genetically related, all cooperating like one living creature. Now let's talk structure. Every ant in the colony is born into a role, and it sticks to it, no training required. The queen, she's not in charge. She just lays eggs, thousands per day. Millions in her lifetime, she's the engine, not the boss. Then you've got the workers, all female, all tireless. They dig, clean, feed the young, forage, defend, build. They are the colony's hands, feet, and heartbeat. Next up, soldiers bigger, bulkier mandibles like nutcrackers. They stand guard and die if they have to. Once a year, the colony does something wild. It produces winged males and future queens called elates. They all launch into the air in a massive swarm. It's chaotic, it's messy. It's called a nuptial flight. The males mate, then die. The females land, dig in, and if they survive predators and hunger, they become queens and start it all over again. And here's the freakiest part. There's no talking, no orders, no hierarchy, so how do they work so perfectly? Pheromones. Chemical signals dropped like invisible ink. Food this way. Danger over here. Follow me. Every step leaves a scent trail. It's like a living GPS system. And these little geniuses aren't just organized, they're resourceful. Let's meet some of the craziest ant species on Earth. Leafcutter ants, they don't eat the leaves. They harvest them to grow fungus, their actual food. They're literally running underground farms, like agriculture, but tiny and ancient. Weaver ants, they live in trees and use silk from their own larvae to stitch leaves together. Yes, they sew, with their babies. Army ants, they don't even have nests. They move as one massive swarm, eating everything in their path. Spiders. Scorpions dodge snakes, they just keep moving one body wave at a time. And the bullet ant, its sting feels like getting shot. Literally, pain so intense it's used in tribal rituals. In some Amazonian tribes, boys wear gloves filled with bullet ants as a test of strength and manhood. That's not a cartoon, that's real. Ants are found on every continent except Antarctica. Deserts, mountains, rainforests, cities. They adapt to everything. They can survive floods, fires, even freezing temperatures. When floodwaters rise, they link their bodies together to form living rafts. They'll float for days, protecting the queen and eggs. That's not instinct, that's sacrifice. But it gets darker. Some ants wage full-scale wars, thousands die. Queens are assassinated, brood are stolen. And some species, they take slaves. I'm not even exaggerating. Polyergus ants raid other colonies, steal their larvae, and raise them as their own. The stolen ants grow up thinking they belong. They clean, they defend, they feed a queen that isn't even theirs. And they never realize it. Still think ants are simple? They're farmers, engineers, soldiers, builders, thieves, caretakers. They run complex societies without a brain, a boss, or a blueprint. Without ants, ecosystems fall apart. They recycle waste, aerate the soil, spread seeds. They're essential but invisible. We only notice them when they show up in our kitchens. Then suddenly they're pests, annoying, gross, but think about it. You're not seeing an invasion. You're seeing a survival system. One that's older than our species. They were here before us. They'll probably be here after us. And the next time you see one marching across your counter, maybe pause before the SWAT. You're looking at a worker, one of millions. In an empire we barely understand,